Alright, let's start off just to confirm that we did everything right in the previous video by hitting play. You should be able to see the vacation block, but you can't click on it. So how do we make it interactive? To interact with things in our VR experiences, we need to use the event system in Unity. This system listens for things that are happening in the scene, like clicks, hovering, and more. To use the event system, let's go to Create, UI, Event System. Okay, and if you already had an event system in your hierarchy, don't worry about that. Unity will often create one for you when you create certain types of UI objects, like text. This event system object controls which type of events we're listening for. And you can see it's already added a couple components here. The standalone input module is the default input module for Unity, and it listens to things like a typical game would need, things like joystick input. But we aren't making a typical game, we're making VR. So for us, we want to remove this. So click on the little gear icon and go down to Remove Component. We instead want a new input module. We want one that is going to be configured for cardboard. So go to Add Component and search for Gaze Input Module. Gaze Input Module. Okay, and there it is. And then press Enter to select that. The Gaze Input Module is the module that considers where you're looking at with the viewer and when you are pressing the viewer button. It's the module for the gaze and click way of interacting with an environment. So you look at something and you click the viewer and the system will register that the event occurred, which we can use with the script. Okay, so in order for all of this to work, your clickable objects must have a collider attached to them. This can be a sphere collider, a box collider, a capsule collider, or anything else. But for our vacation box, we're going to use a box collider. So go ahead, click on your vacation box over in the hierarchy, go to Add Component, and then search for Box Collider. Okay, great. You'll notice that it is perfectly sized to the size of the vacation box. If you resize it, you'll see that it completely snapped to the edges of this box. So we have a collider that is perfectly sized to the size of the vacation box, and we are ready to go with that. Okay, so now that we have a collider, the next step is we have to get something talking to this event system. So how do we do that? Go ahead and add a component called an event trigger. Event trigger. Once you do that, you're going to see a new button appear called Add New Event Type. Go ahead and click on that, and then you're going to see a whole bunch of different event types pop up. And you'll notice that they're all mouse oriented. The Gaze Input module converts our VR reticle into sort of a simulated mouse. So for us, we want to be able to click on this vacation box. So go ahead and select Pointer Click. It's right here. When you do that, you're going to see a little plus button appear down at the bottom. And when you click that little plus, you'll see a new field appear with an empty object holder. Now we're going to talk more about this in the next lesson, but for now just know that this is where we're going to wire in our method that changes to our beautiful island scene. And we'll hook this up really soon. Okay, so let's get working in our next lesson on wiring up that script.